A night to remember those who gave their lives to protect and serve our communities. Tonight, families, friends, and law enforcement from across Michigan gathered at the Capitol building for the annual Candlelight Memorial Service. Good evening, I'm Rachel Fulton. Ann has the night off. The event honors officers who have died while also bringing support and connection to the loved ones they left behind. I was there as the community came together in remembrance. That sound carried across the Capitol lawn on Monday night. Not just music, but memory. Each note honoring lives lost and the family still carrying that loss forward.
It's a struggle from day one, naturally. But again, I think that one of the survivors' greatest fears is that their person, their hero, their officer, as time goes on, is inevitably forgotten about, right? The wound scabs over.
At Michigan's annual Candlelight Memorial Service, that fear was met with remembrance. Steve Schwein leads Michigan Concerns of Police Survivors, which is an organization that stands by families long after the loss. The service reaches beyond traditional line of duty deaths.
We also recognize officers that died while actively employed, which is not a line of duty death. Officers that passed following retirement. We recognize active police officers.
For families like Susan Elkes, this recognition brings connection. She returns each year to honor her son, Michael Kroll, a former Wayne County officer. But this year was different, marking 10 years since her son's passing.
We had one of his best friends come in, 2.5 hours drive in. My whole family, I come from a large family, they all supported me and were here.
In a moment with officers from all throughout the state standing at the Capitol steps, it's a yearly reminder that these families and loved ones never have to stand alone. The organization My Cops supports families year-round through resources and events just like tonight, and we've put more information on their work and how to get involved on our website, WILX.com. Well, here's a time lapse of the wind and clouds over WILX.